Hello, everybody, and welcome to the long-awaited RLCS TICKLE tier list. If you've been following this channel, I'm sure you've been hyped for this video. It's a long time coming, what can I say? But let's get off by, well, no one's getting off. Excuse me. Let's start off. I'm gonna be starting off by explaining our criteria and how players are going to fit into these lists. So up at the top here, we have giggle monsters. These are going to be people who, when I tickle them, are going to enjoy my tickles more than I enjoy tickling them. They're going to be just giggling and absolutely loving it. After that, we got mutual enjoyment. This is, as it sounds, mutually enjoyed tickles. I mean, what could go wrong, right? After that, we have hesitant acceptance. This is more reserved for, whoa, I skipped one. My fault. After that, we have ambivalent giggles. Vocab word of the day. What does ambivalent mean? It's like being torn a little bit, wavering in two minds. It's for people who are enjoying being tickled, but have some reservations, Hesitant acceptance is just going to be that tier below it, where it's they're not necessarily torn. It's just like they don't love what's going on, but like they're going to let you tickle them, and it's not like bad, When it is bad is when you get to non-consensual tickles. We don't fuck with non-consensual tickles. Don't do that. All right? Good. I must not say. These are players who maybe culturally I didn't know if I could threaten to tickle them. These are something like that, or maybe I just don't know their personality well enough to where I'm not that comfortable to speak on if I'm gonna tickle them or not, Or some people I just shouldn't say. Anyways, up first, we have a Tau, the Belgium. If you know anything about Belgiums, they're giggle monsters, After that, we got Vatira, Vatigoat, if you will. I've thought about this one a lot. I went through, I made sure I knew how I felt about all these players before I started recording this. And I think Vatira is a little too business. He's focused on his achievements. He doesn't have time to be tickled. Mr. Archie. This is where I think a good representation of the ambivalent category comes in. Archie's the type of guy to really enjoy being tickled, but also he wants to reserve himself a little bit. He doesn't want to lose some aura and truly let himself become a giggle monster. Beast mode. Now, I put Atto in giggle monster because he's Belgium. Beast mode's a true giggle monster. He's a giggle monster. Look at that smile. He's cheesing right there. You already know. Mr. Dan. I would say that he's the happy middle. You know what I'm saying? He wants to be tickled, and maybe not necessarily wants, but if he's being tickled, no, he wants. Excuse me. He wants. Catalysm. Catalysm is one of those players who I'm not very familiar with, personality wise. But I just couldn't help myself. I thought he had to be rated. And although I'm not too sure about where he should go, I think I'm going to play it safe and toss him in the hesitant acceptance. Mr. Diaz. Diaz is a child. You should not be tickling childs unless if they're in your family. Don't even think about making that weird. You're sick. You're disgusting. Coming up next, we got Chronic. Cron Dog. Chronic's the type of guy, in my opinion, who it's. I'm not saying he doesn't like being tickled for the reasons, like, it's not. I think. Okay, I'm trying to explain this better. On me. I think if I were to tickle Chronic, it'd be too overstimulating for him. Like, he would have a visceral reaction. I know someone like that in my life, and I totally respect that. I don't want to make him uncomfortable, like, at all. And oh my god, I'm sorry, I completely forgot. We have Atomic up next. I'm a bit new. I'm trying to get used to this whole YouTube thing. Oh, oops. Oh, jeez. Delete row. I want to make sure I rate everyone properly. We got Atomic right there. Next up, we got Behead. Now, Banana Head. There's something about the Aussies. You know they get down. You know? I don't know if I can go as far as to say he's a giggle monster. But he gets down. He gets down. Torsauce. I have a theory with this one. Let me know what y'all think. If you rep the Dominus, like, you can't deal too greatly with tickles. Like, they'll come to you and you'll be okay with it, but like, there's something that just holds those Dominus players back from truly getting tickled. Maybe that's a hot take. I don't know. Magic Bear. MB, I think he's right with Dan right there. You know? Something about that just looks right. Am I crazy for that? Maybe it's the mechanics. I don't know what it is. They just look comfortable in their car, and I think they'd be comfortable getting tickled. Monkey Moon. I don't know anything about this dude's personality, but what I do know is his play style. He seems a bit robotic. I think that's how a lot of people describe Monkey Moon when they talk about his play style. He's got the crazy fast reaction time. Very unique player. I would hope that my tickles would kind of loosen him up a little bit, you know? Get him more out there. Get him more excited. Anywho, Drawley. Drawley's a troll. Drawley is like a secret goober. Alright? I do think he's concerned a bit with his aura. And that really holds him back in this tier list. I'm sorry. We got Mr. Stizzle. Stizzy? I'm starting to think he's a child. I was gonna rate him, but I'm playing it safe right now. Mr. Zen. Now Zen is a player who I've recently updated my opinion on this. I kind of thought, like, you saw that SSG Vitality series, Zen not being able to speak that much English seemed a little bit more serious than the next guy. After watching Zen play with Jinxie, I've updated my opinion. If you can catch him in the right mood, he's a giggle monster. He's a sneaky giggle monster. And I love that for him. I love that for him. Mr. Exotic. You know, this is a Catalysm, a Monkey Moon. But something about him. Like, I'm saying he's like those players in the sense that I just don't know him well enough. And let me be clear, I don't know any of these players. Alright? This is insane what I'm doing. Exotic doesn't want him. We got Mr. Carlos, Mr. Cheese. Love this guy. Absolutely love him. Easily one of my favorite players in the Rocket League scene. I think he's a giggle monster too. I I might have an affinity towards giggle monsters. I really might. Um, Sosa. Now Sosa, teamed with Cheese right now. I don't think he's as much of a giggle monster. I might be just a little nervous because that jawline looks like it's about to cut my monitor in half. But I'm gonna go ahead and toss him in hesitant acceptance just to play it safe. You know, apparently Jack is, I think, kind of. I think he's like chronic in the sense where the tickles might be a lot for him. But I also think this dude's got some giggles in him. Like I think he could deal with it, you know, in like a responsible way. Mr. Joyo. I mean, that's a giggle monster. Come on. That's a giggle. I feel like I don't want to be throwing so many people in Giggle Monster. Can't have an unbalanced tier list. It's looking a little top heavy. Mm, mm. If I had to take one player out of, you know what? My only reason for putting Adel in here is because he's Belgium. I don't even. That doesn't even make sense. So let's take him down a tier. FK. This dude doesn't want my tickles, bro. He just doesn't. He's too business. He's much like Vatira in that sense. I'm gonna put Vatira over him. Yeah, Chronic can go in last. But I just don't think he wants them. We got LJ. LJ is an interesting one. LJ, like, you will see glimpses of him because he's friends with all the people that make Rocket League content in the pro scene. But, like, you never get to, like, fully see LJ, I feel like. Which is cool. I think he has his own personal life that's good. He doesn't have to be in the eye of the public as much. But going off play style, when he moves his car, he's spastic. Okay? I think he's a chill guy, but something about if his car language is anything like how he would react in his body, then I'm gonna put him. He's kind of like Jack. Like the tickles are a little overstimulating for him, but I don't. He's in between Jack and Chronic in that sense. You know what I'm saying? Now, last we have Mr. Reddles. This one I've toiled over. This one's been hard. I think, personally, if I were to go up to Reddles and give him some good tickles, if I knew him for like a week, no dice. That's not consensual ticklage. If I knew him for a month, probably no dice. I think if you're like one of Reddle's boys, if you're in, that's a giggle monster. But for me right now, as much as I just hate to do this, but it feels right in my heart. I don't think he wants my tickles. I hope to get to know Reddles.